As a brain doctor, I've spent years helping patients recover from strokes, but nothing prepared me for this. What I discovered in the research shook me. A common food combination most people eat every week could silently be setting the stage for a life-altering stroke. And the worst part? You probably had it for lunch grabs. Attention by using your authority as a doctor. Creates shock and urgency by suggesting the danger is familiar and overlooked. Evokes fear and curiosity, pushing readers to ask, what is this combination? And, am I at risk prepares the audience emotionally for the gravity of stroke, which is often misunderstood or minimized. I couldn't locate specific scientific literature indicating one exact food combination that dramatically increases stroke risk beyond the established individual risk factors. However, certain paired dietary habits, frequently seen together, are well supported as elevating stroke risk. High-risk pairings, how combinations multiply. Danger 1. Processed or smoked meats plus high-sodium diet. Processed meats, e.g. hot dogs, bacon, salami, contain preservatives like sodium nitrite/nitrate and are loaded with salt, both of which contribute to arterial damage and hypertension. Daily processed meat intake increases the risk of heart disease and stroke significantly. Combining those with high-sodium foods, such as canned soups, salty snacks, and fast food, further boosts blood pressure and strain on vessel walls. This pairing is especially potent. Sodium raises blood pressure, while saturated and trans fats and nitrosamines from processed meat accelerate atherosclerosis. Ultra-processed foods plus sugar-sweetened beverages or snacks. Ultra-processed foods, UPFs, like ready meals, packaged snacks, sugary cereals, often combine refined carbohydrates, added sugars, unhealthy fats, and sodium. Each 10% increase in UPFs raises stroke risk by approximately 8%. Cognitive decline and cardiovascular outcomes are also linked. Sugar-sweetened beverages, sodas, fruit drinks, independently double ischemic stroke risk. One study found frequent fizzy or fruit drinks vastly increases stroke risk. Similarly, more than 4 cups of coffee per day ups stroke risk by 30 to 40%. When UPFs are consumed alongside sugary drinks or sweet snacks, the combined effects, weight gain, hypertension, inflammation, arterial plaque buildup, synergize to raise stroke likelihood. Evidence. Summary, meta-analyses and cohort studies. Diets high in red and processed meats are associated with 1.11 to 1.41 times increased risk of ischemic and hemorrhagic stroke. High sodium intake remains the leading dietary risk factor for stroke through its direct role in hypertension. Persistent high UPF consumption yields a graded increase in stroke risk, even when following otherwise healthy diets. Mediterranean, MIND, added refined sugars, especially from sugary drinks, also correlate strongly with stroke via effects on weight, blood pressure, and vascular health. Processed red meat, plus high-sodium foods, hypertension, plus cholesterol inflammation, plus arterial damage increases relative stroke risk by 15 to 40% or more. Ultra-processed foods plus sugar-sweetened beverages, snacks, obesity, insulin resistance, hypertension, inflammation, 8% higher risk per 10% increase in UPF intake. Additive risks, high red meat plus refined carbs plus sugary beverages, cholesterol spike, high glycemic load, hypertension, compound effect on all major stroke risk pathways. What you can do: preventative measures, adopt protective dietary patterns. Follow Mediterranean or DASH diets, which lower stroke risk by 12 to 40%. Include whole grains, fruits, vegetables, legumes, beans, fish, nuts, and low-fat dairy. Avoid or minimize harmful combinations. Cut back processed, red meats, and limit sodium to less than 1,500 milligrams per day. Replace sodas, packaged snacks with unsweetened beverages, fruits, nuts. Reduce ultra-processed food intake in favor of home-cooked meals using fresh ingredients. Lifestyle supports maintain healthy blood pressure, 150 minutes per week, moderate or 75 minutes per week, vigorous activity. Monitor cholesterol and weight. Manage metabolic health. Avoid smoking. Moderate or avoid alcohol. Clinical angle. Why it matters for stroke treatment? These dietary synergies accelerate hypertension, the single strongest modifiable risk for both ischemic and hemorrhagic stroke. Atherosclerosis, leading to clot formation or arterial rupture. Inflammation and endothelial damage, compounding long-term vascular vulnerability. As a clinician, you're on point in seeing how combinations of processed meats, high salt, UPFs, and sweet beverages intensify risk more than any one item alone. No single dangerous combo dominates the literature, but eating processed meats plus high sodium, plus ultra-processed foods, plus added sugar beverages together is one of the worst risk clusters we see in observational studies. Shifting toward whole foods, plant-based proteins, low salt, unsweetened beverages, and moderately rich diets reduces stroke risk most effectively. Like coming up.